Hello everyone. I get several questions about how to apply our Botanical Foundation, so I wanted to do this video to show you how I apply my foundation. I've tried a few different techniques, but this is what I have found works best for me. So when I wake up in the morning, of course I wash my face with our LimeLight cleanser, and then when I come to sit and do my makeup, I start with our first base makeup primer spray. And so I spray my face, and I have done that already this morning, either in an X motion or you can spray in a Z motion. But the primer preps your skin. It helps reduce any redness that you have of a morning. It's also going to help keep your foundation from settling in any lines or wrinkles that you have. You don't have to use the primer spray, but it is a good base to ensure that your foundation lasts all day. So I have started with this. I gave it a couple of minutes to dry, and then now I'm ready to apply foundation. When you request a sample of foundation from me, it comes in a small clear container like this, and you're going to get enough to do your face at least twice. Okay, so I recommend that you get yourself a knife or some type of little makeup spatula if you have one, and kind of cut this in half and scoop out about half of it. Our foundation is wax based, so it's not going to be oily and creamy like foundation that you may have used in the past. With this foundation, the more that you work with it, it spreads out because it is wax based. So it heats up with your skin and spreads out more evenly. It takes way less of this foundation than your normal oily foundations. So like I said, I would take something and I would scoop out about half of that. And when I do my foundation, I actually have a butter knife here, and I scrape some out of my palette. This helps me keep from getting too much foundation. I've worn it enough now that I know about how much I need each day. So I kind of scrape it out. I put it on the back of my hand right here, and then I just take my finger and I warm it a little with my touch here. I take then and dab it on my face. This foundation is also 50% pigmented, so it does not take as much of this foundation as what you're probably used to with your oil-based foundations. Oil-based foundations are about 20% pigmented. Okay, and then I blend a little with my finger. Now, some ladies apply our foundation only with their fingers. Some like to use a makeup sponge. Ours is called the Blender Full, and I will use it here in a little bit. So I like to spread it out a little, and then I like to go in with our makeup buffer brush. And yes, I washed mine, but I've used it since then, so it does have makeup on it. But anyway, I go in with our buffer brush, and in a circular motion, I buff in that foundation. Helps blend it out more. Makes it smoother, so you've got an even look. Now, like I said, some women just use their fingers, and that works fine too. You just kind of have to do whatever you're comfortable with, whatever works for you. It's really it's so easy to apply. There's so many different ways that you can apply it. I started with a buffer brush from Walmart. I think they're about $10, and it was a good brush. Since I sell LimeLight, I wanted to try their brushes, so this was the first one I bought, and I really do like it. Our brushes are vegan. They're very soft. If you clean your brushes once a week, our brushes will last a really long time. Okay, so I still have some red spots that I feel like I need a little bit more coverage on, and I still have some foundation left on my hand. So I'm going to go in and use what I had left there. I like to apply my foundation first, and then I like to go in with concealer. That way I can see what foundation didn't cover like I would like, and it's easier to to tell where I need the concealer at now. I know some ladies do it backwards. They like to do their concealer and then their foundation. This is just what works better for me. Okay, so to do our concealer, it is waterproof concealer. I have our blender full and it's just a little bit damp. I'm going to take a little bit of this concealer out, just like I did my foundation. I'm going to put it on my hand here, kind of warm it a little, and then I'm going to go right in with my blender full, dab, and dab in those areas where I need a little more coverage. I have really fair skin. If I get a pimple, it may be a small, tiny pimple, but because of how fair my skin is, it leaves a red mark for a while. Just one of those things that we have to live with. We all have imperfections, and okay, there you go. Okay, so I have my foundation on. Now I will finish my look with our pressed powder, our blush, my eye makeup. So I hope that this helped in application for you. And like I said, you just kind of have to work with it and you kind of figure out what works best for you. Thank you, ladies.